Yo, what's up? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G. I actually have 61 that I'm going to talk about, so make sure you guys stay locked in to the end of the video, give or take. So if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. Alright, so these tips and tricks might be mixed in with beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So it's not in any particular order. So make sure you just watch to the end of the video so that you can get every single tip and trick that this video can offer you. So with that being said, the first tip we're going to jump into is how to actually clean up pages. And basically all you have to do is go into the app drawer by swiping up with your finger. If you don't have the app drawer actually on your phone, you can long press right here. Go ahead and hit settings. After you hit settings, then you can actually go right here where it says home screen layout. And you can choose between having an app drawer or not having an app drawer. So once you go into the app drawer, you're going to click the three dots on the right hand corner at the top. And then just go right here where it says clean up pages. Right here it says items on the screen will be arranged to fill in any empty spaces in between them. So what you want to do is hit that, and then basically you're going to see that everything will align. There's not going to be any gaps inside of here. So the second tip I wanted to show you is actually how to remove the Google feed. So basically you would long press again, go into settings, and what the Google feed is when you swipe all the way to the side right here, you're going to have your Google feed. Sometimes this is known to slow down Galaxy devices, so sometimes I just turn it off. So you just long press right here on the screen, hit settings, and then after that you're going to see an option right here where it says add media right here to the home screen. You could actually turn that off, and so I noticed that it actually speeds up the phone a little bit. So there's going to be the Google option here anyway. So if you want to get news or whatever, you could just, use the Google homepage, put that on your home screen or something. But yeah, this will kind of speed things up going forward. Another thing that's associated with the home screen is the home screen button. So as you can see right here, I have 4 icons all the way across. And right here, if I want to add a 5th to the home screen, you can go ahead and do that right here. As you can see, it adds a 5th. And the way you could do that is just by going right here where it says home screen options and doing 5x5. And then another thing is they actually have 5x6. So you can actually do 5 apps down and 5 apps across. So yeah, if you wanted to actually make that a little bit wider and have more apps down there, it's going to give you the ability to do so. I wouldn't actually put Facebook there, but maybe like my music app right here. And then I don't know, maybe like the Play Store. All right, so it's actually, I had it backwards, 6 apps from top to bottom and 5 all the way going across. But one thing I like to do is go long press here and go to the home screen settings one more time, and then turn on the show app screen button on the home screen. So once you activate it right here, what you have to do is swipe back up, and now you'll have the app option right here to get to your home screen just by clicking a button. You no longer have to like swipe up, which is actually pretty cool. Another cool thing is you can actually go on this phone and instead of downloading an app for wallpapers, which will take up space, go to wallpapers.com. So if you do is type wallpapers.com and you can add that to your home screen right here. So I actually have a shortcut for that. So basically you can search any wallpaper you want and basically find the style that you like. And you can choose between colors and backgrounds and themes. And so, yeah, you'll basically get everything that you need on here when it comes to, wallpapers. So that's what I like to do is try to find wallpapers that I like. And then once I find one, I'll go ahead and I'll click it. And then once you click it, all you have to do is what I do, you see there's a download button right here. And it'll give you the access to premium or whatever. But you can just long press this image, hit download, but essentially it's going to open up right here And then you just say open with your gallery app, which is right here. And then you're going to go ahead, you could hit that so that it opens. Hit the 3 dots on the top of the screen, set as wallpaper right there, and then set as home screen wallpaper. So yeah, I like this, using this for wallpapers. And so like basically I just have to wait for the last step. I forgot to do the last step. So set as home screen, and then it's going to take you right here. It'll show effect. So this is pretty cool because you can have effects right here when you swipe across, and it gives you different colors. So you could choose the color right here, purple, blue, pink, whatever. You could just kind of mess with them like that. But if you don't like the color, just keep it as the original color, and then you can go back. And then right here it has frame, so you can set it as a frame on here as well. So you get frames and colors to choose from if you want to do that, or you could just have the whole image. Go ahead, hit done right here at the top, and then you have your new wallpaper that you selected, which is going to be added to your screen automatically. And another thing I do to get wallpapers is download the Wall Candy app, which is my favorite app. If you do want to download an app, I recommend downloading this one because it has the auto wallpaper button. So it'll automatically generate wallpapers for you based on the category you like. And I like to use a lot of anime wallpapers. So I usually just scroll through the anime section because they have really good colors to them. They also have a lot of good themes and characters that are my favorite. So yeah, I like kind of messing around with these wallpapers as well because you're gonna get like that perfect vibe that you're actually looking for. And so once you hit it, just go type either home screen, lock screen, or both, and then it's gonna automatically set as your home screen wallpaper too. Now another thing I like to do is customize the folder grid. So you can long press the screen again. And so we're in home screen, so I'm going to stick here for a little bit, but you actually have the folder grid, which you can make 4x4 as opposed to 3x4. And so yeah, you could do that for your home screen layouts, your home screen grid, and your app grid. And so yeah, I think that's going to be pretty cool. You can also swipe down for the notification panel, which I turn on, put the number, or you can put the dot for your app notifications. I like to see how many app notifications I have so that when you look at the notifications, you can see like right here, it says 1 as opposed to just a dot. So that'll give you an idea of how many notifications you have. Like for my YouTube, it has 2 right there. So it's actually telling you how many notifications you have there. Now, another thing I like to do is customize my sound and vibration. So if you want to customize the sound and vibration, go into settings and then just go into sound right here down below, and where it says sound and vibration. So go ahead, click that, and then what you want to do is customize the vibration intensity right here. And if you want more vibration, just put that up a little bit higher. So basically it's going to be more intensified whatever you're doing. And you could also do separate app right here, sounds, so that you can play media from apps you select on separate mobile device, audio device. So it says right here, make sure you choose an audio device that's different from your main output source. And so if you turn that on, you can see right here, it says select an app and audio device. So you go ahead and select it. And then you could basically choose between these options. And then you can basically add your own, like Spotify or Amazon Music, or even, SoundCloud, or whatever music you're using to get, Pandora is even on here as well. So you could actually add that too. And so, yeah, I like to have a bunch of different ones. And so now it says right here, select the audio device you want to use for your apps, for the apps you selected. So you could actually choose between Bluetooth or phone. And so, yeah, it says right here, stop setup. Any settings you've changed won't be applied. So I'm going to turn that off for now, but I think that's a pretty cool option there. And while we're in here, I also do like to customize the system vibration. So right here, it'll say touch interactions. So if you turn this on, you can actually feel the vibration haptic motor on your phone whenever you touch it. And so if you have that turned off, you won't actually feel anything. So I think that's something that you might want to use if you turn this on. And then, so yeah, whenever I'm listening to music, I actually customize my music with the power amp equalizer. But this thing will also have Dolby Atmos on here. So it'll let you customize the Dolby Atmos. But just keep in mind, you will need to, put headphones in. And so you can use this when it comes to gaming, and you can listen to it when it comes to music on here. All right, so the next tip and trick we're going to be talking about on the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G is in motions and gestures inside of settings. So let's go ahead and find motions and gestures right here. So all you have to do is go into your advanced features. And so to find that, all you have to do is go down here where it says advanced features, click motions and gestures, and then I have all these turned on. So you have lift to wake, double tap to turn on your screen, double tap to turn off your screen, alert when phone picked up, so your phone will vibrate when you pick it up after you miss a call. You also have mute gestures, so when you can mute incoming calls or alarms by putting your phone flat down. And then you have palm swipe to capture, like this. So all you have to do is move your hand across the screen, and it's actually going to take a screenshot, which you just saw it did. Another thing I like to do is add stacked widgets to my home screen. And what that means is that one widget on your screen can actually be two or more. So as you can see, this one right here, let me see if I could find it. So this one is like Spotify, and it's also the weather. And I can add a third or fourth app on there as well, like this one right here. So this is Amazon Music widget. It says right here, create a stack. Just long press the widget, and then you can add another widget to it. So like I could add my steps right here. So whenever I'm looking at this widget, I could just tap here to get started. It's going to bring up my health right here, Samsung Health. You will have to sign in and everything like that, but it says right here you could just continue without, it collecting your information. Everything is optional here. But yeah, I really like to create stack widgets. So it's cool to have that on here so you can get notified of your health and things like that. So it will create a stack once you set that up. And then you can also add additional widgets just by scrolling over, hitting the plus sign. And then let's put Pandora, or actually I already have Pandora on there. So let's put, Spotify on there as well. And so, yeah, you can create multiple stacks of widgets to play around with on your home screen. Another thing that's pretty cool is this thing does have one-handed mode. So I could swipe down from the bottom of the phone and make the screen a little bit smaller, so that when I'm holding a cup of coffee in one hand and something in the other, like it's going to give me the ability to use the phone easier, because it's going to be smaller. And so everything is going to be easier to get to when I put my thumb all the way across it. So yeah, the way that you get that to work is all you have to do is go into your settings right here, then go into the option where it says advanced features, and then you're actually going to see the one-handed gesture right here pop up. And then you could use that with your button navigation as well, which I'll show you how to activate in just a second, by just long pressing the middle button. And so yeah, in order to get the buttons on here, all you have to basically do is go into display, and then once you have display up, you're going to go right here where it says navigation bar. And so now you can change it from the buttons, the gestures, to the buttons. And so yeah, I think this is going to be pretty cool, because if you don't want to use gestures, you still actually have the button press right here at the bottom, which some people do prefer. So you can get your most recent apps right with this one, and then you can easily close everything out. You have your back button, and then obviously this is going to be the button that you would press to get your Google Assistant. So yeah, there's the one-handed mode by swiping down with the button options. Oh, so there's another thing that's actually pretty cool inside of advanced features. Go into settings and then find advanced features one more time. And then if I'm going too fast, just actually pause the video wherever you're at. But yeah, if you go right here where it says advanced features and then you click the option that says multi-window for all apps, you'll have to go into labs. When you go into labs and you select multi-window for all apps, that basically means that every single app on your phone that you want to have split screen with is going to be supported when you use the option right here. So there's not going to be any apps on here that actually won't work when it comes to the split screen. So let me just turn the volume down because I don't want the music to play out loud. But yeah, you'll have support for all of your apps in this mode right here. And you can edit this right here so you can actually drag more apps into it, the ones that you actually use the most. So yeah, let me put reminders there, but it can add up to 22 apps. After that, it's going to be maxed out. So you'll kind of have to choose very selectively so that you can use the apps that you want to use in the split screen window. But yeah, all the apps will be supported when you actually turn on that feature. And so to actually get your phone into split screen mode, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is take 2 fingers and swipe up from the bottom, and it's going to prompt you to choose any app that you want to use in split screen. So right now I have the Play Store and I have Amazon shopping. So yeah, you can choose between the ones you want to use. It's pretty simple. And then swiping up with 2 fingers will allow you to choose a different app. So if you don't want to use the one there, you have the option to use a different one. And obviously you can do the 3/4 when it comes to the screen viewing. Let me show you, like right here, I could drag it up here and then stop. And now it's a smaller window, whereas the one on the bottom will be a bigger window, and you can still do your multi. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Are you kidding me? This dude should be arrested and he should press charges because that's assault. I didn't hear the whole video, but yeah, I don't think that's actually legal. But yeah, that's actually how you would, get into split screen. If you want to get out of it, you just drag this thing in the middle down all the way to the bottom, and you can press this and it'll switch these apps right here. So you can actually switch which one's at top, which one's bottom. And there's a star button. So you can actually right here, add app pair to home screen or add app to edge panel. So you can easily create like a quick shortcut between 2 of your favorite apps on here. So let's go back into the option right here where it says multi-window. Go ahead, click multi-window inside of advanced features. So you can find it just by going into settings, go into advanced features, and then right here, click multi-window. And then right here, this is where you have your stuff. So you have swipe for split screen, which I showed you. You also have swipe for pop-up screen, which I'm going to show you right now. And then you also have full screen and split screen view, which you want to turn on because it's going to give you the full screen for when you're in a split view. So in order to actually swipe to do pop-up view, all you have to do is select the app of choice. Let's say it's YouTube. Let's say you're watching a YouTube video and you want to turn this into a pop-up view. All you have to do is swipe from the top left corner or the right corner, and it's going to make this a smaller app on the screen, and it's going to be a window. So now you have a pop-up window, and this is pretty cool because it allows you to do multitasking. And when you click the bar in the middle, you can do right here where it removes the borders. If you click the 3 dots again, you can do you could enter split screen. This option right here actually removes the borders completely. And then you have your option where it's transparent, so you can make the app transparent so you can see what's underneath it while still using it, which is kind of cool. And then you're gonna have expand, minimize, which will make it smaller, so it'll turn into a little floating icon on the display. And then when you're ready to get back in, it's right there. And then you could also decrease the transparency right there. And then you can also close it just by hitting the X on there. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was your notifications. So go to settings, go back right here, and then go back again. And what you want to do is find notifications inside of settings. So it's right here, notifications. And the first thing I want to show you how to do is smart bubbles or smart pop-up. So basically you have two notification pop-up styles. Go to notification pop-up style right here. And then you're just going to click notification pop-up style. And so right here, you can obviously see that there's two different ones, detailed and brief. But let me go back for a second because there's actually going to be advanced settings right here that you could choose from. And so right here, you can actually choose floating notifications right here as bubbles or pop-up view. And so it's going to look like this on the bubbles where it's like all of them are going to pop up at the top. Or you could do the pop-up view where there's small little icons that you can expand and make them pop up over top of whatever you're doing. So I actually like the pop-up view one a little bit better, but you can actually turn that off completely, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, you have all your options right here where you can tailor your notifications, but go back one more time and then go into the pop-up style. This one is edge lighting style. So whenever you get a notification, you can change the animation. So you can make it hearts, you can make it fireworks, you can change the color, and you can change it to advanced. So you can change transparency to low or duration of it to make it a little bit longer. And so yeah, choose the one that you like the most. Hearts is kind of cool because you kind of get a cool vibe when you see hearts, and this is heart month. It's February, so yeah, Valentine's Day. So I'm gonna put that hearts on for right now. And so far I've counted about 65 tips total in this video, so it's not 61 anymore because I've just found a little bit more while I was going. But yeah, the next option I wanted to show you is still in notifications. And this is really clutch because when you're inside of notifications right here, all you have to do is click advanced settings. And sometimes what happens is you'll get a notification and it'll be at the top of the screen, but by accident, you clear all your notifications. So you're like, okay, what was that notification I just got? I can't remember, or I didn't see what it was because I clicked the wrong button. So in order to actually find your notification, you just go to notification history, and then you'll have all of your notifications here. And so if you want to get back into the notifications that popped up on the screen, you'll have them there for the last 24 hours. So yeah, you'll have to do it within 24 hours. But yeah, you'll have all your notifications right here. And then we also do have our lock screen notifications. And so what this does is it allows you to show your content or hide it. And you could actually click here to show the content that you want, or deselect the ones that you don't want to show for certain apps. So right now, I think you could turn all apps on or just have the ones that the content that can show. So obviously messages, WhatsApp, I want that to show, maybe meets. So yeah, just hit the all button if you don't care. But if you do mind, then hit the hide content at the top so that whenever you do get a notification, it's not going to pop up and appear on your screen. So you'll actually see right here, it says show content when unlocked. If your phone is set to stay on the lock screen, when you unlock using facial recognition, the notification content will appear when your face is recognized. And so yeah, that's definitely going to be a pretty cool feature when you're talking notifications on here. Now, another thing I thought was pretty clutch inside of notifications is do not disturb. So they have all of these different tailored options here for your notifications. You can actually go right here and hit do not disturb, and that'll turn off basically all your messages and alerts. But if you have that turned on and you still want to get maybe calls and text messages from certain people, you can add the contacts or favorites here that you want. And it says allow calls when they're received from the same number more than once within 15 minutes. And so that will allow you to get that incoming call or message when it's from the same number. And so yeah, it's only for your calls though. So I just want to mention that. And then it says right here, you can have all contacts only or favorite contacts only. So yeah, do not disturb mode allows you to, right here, you can add certain apps that you want to be notified with. Even if you have do not disturb on, you can still get alarms, media sounds. But if you want touch sounds, calendar events, and reminders, you can turn those on as well. And so yeah, it says right here, hide notifications. So you can hide all notifications, or you can just, right here it says hide full screen notifications, hide app badges. You could turn that on. You can hide from the notification panel if you want to do that, or don't show pop-up notifications, which is what that's going to do when you have do not disturb turned on. So yeah, it's up to you how you want to make this work. And then it says how long do you want to have that on, so you can customize it for up to an hour if you're like in a meeting or something. And then yeah, I think this is going to be pretty cool for people who are like in meetings during the day and they just want to have this set up conveniently for, you know, that certain event or whatever. And then the other thing notifications has is app notifications. So if I don't want certain apps to give me notifications, I just turn off the notification right here for that particular app, and then basically it's not going to pop up anymore. All right, so another thing I wanted to show you is when you swipe down from the notification menu, you're going to see that you have your brightness right here, and you're going to see like a little sun icon right there. And so when you see that little sun icon, that means that auto brightness is basically turned on, or adaptive brightness. So basically, if you want to turn that off, you just hit this button. So it's the 3 dots right there that you have to turn off. So actually, yeah, it's not that it's orange or not, but once you actually, you can see right here, turn on or turn off or cancel. But once you hit the 3 dots, you can make it adaptive, because that's actually going to make it adjust automatically. But if you just want to have full brightness on all the time, then turn that off. So it's going to adjust in whatever location you're in when you have that turned on. But when you have it turned on, it's going to be the peak brightness all the time, which I actually like. And so there's actually another feature on here called cross-device services. And so to actually find it, you actually have to type it in to the settings menu here at the top. So once you're inside of settings, you're going to go into what it says cross. Just type cross and then it'll come up. So it says cross device services. And so this is actually pretty cool because it allows you to use multiple different devices at once. Like if, let's say you're doing a face message on Google Meets. So you would actually go to Meets and you can do face messages, just FaceTime, just like Apple phones. But Apple phones have a really cool feature where you can actually use your phone and then switch over to your tablet, and it does it automatically and very seamlessly. So with Android, all you have to do is go right here where it says cross-device services, and then turn that on. And then right here, it says right here, call casting. So just go ahead, click call casting right now. I'm going to show you that in just a second. So now that you have call casting turned on, you move ongoing video calls from your other devices to this device. And so this is going to be pretty cool. It says right here, call casting is only available for certain apps. Some data about your devices may be shared with those apps when you switch devices. So yeah, I definitely think that's going to be a pretty cool feature. And so essentially what it does when you have cross-device services is, it says right here, when cross-device services is on, apps can show you ways to share across devices, and people who find and share with you on Quick Share can invite you to experience in apps, and others may be able to see your device name and device info. So yeah, as long as you're signed in to this using your email address, it's going to be able to share with all your other devices as long as those are signed in to it as well. Another neat trick is if you go into connections, what I want to show you right here is call and text on other devices, which is kind of cool. So it kind of expands the whole ecosystem when it comes to Samsung. So basically what you want to do is, and you can see we do have Wi-Fi calling on here, NFC on here, which is solid. But what you want to do is click more connection settings. And then you can see right here, we do have nearby, scan in and everything like that. And also VPN. So yeah, basically what I want to show you is how to call and text on other devices. So in order to find that, basically what you're going to do is go to connected devices, not connections, and then click call and text on other devices. And so it says right here, you can call and text on any device that you want and switch mid conversation. You could also right here, you do have to agree. You have to continue. And then it's saying right here that you can basically use your text messaging, your call logs, and your contacts. And it's going to say Bluetooth is used to register and connect your devices. And so once you hit agree, it says right here, now text on Galaxy devices, allow Bixby and text on Galaxy devices. Samsung accesses control messages, app pops, and on your devices. So you actually have to click this last option. And so basically now you're ready to go. You can call and text from other devices, and all the other devices will appear at the bottom. So let me show you what that looks like. So yeah, my number and my email is here. And so as long as I have that turned on right here, it says right here, you can call and text on other devices. So yeah, I'm putting my finger over top of my phone number and my email address right now. So yeah, we already are like not even halfway in the video yet. So if you're still here, just type down below, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button if you are getting something out of this video. But take a quick break, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay, so the next feature I want to talk about is in connections. So go into your settings, go into connections. And this is actually pretty cool. If you run out of hotspot, you go into mobile hotspot and tethering, and you turn on Bluetooth tethering. And so what this does is allows you to pair another device to this one. All you have to do is turn on the other device, go into the Bluetooth settings, find Galaxy A16 5G, and you'll actually have internet through the Bluetooth tethering feature. But something I really like about this device is it does also have Smart View and Android Auto. Smart View allows you to show your phone on a TV, watch TV on your phone, and also high quality playback. So basically whatever's showing up on your phone, you can pair it to your TV with this turned on. And this is actually pretty clutch because it makes it so that you can have, you can, whatever apps you're using, you can see on your TV. And so that's called Smart View. Another thing that's pretty cool in connected devices is you're going to have this option right here called Quick Share, which is basically like AirDrop, but for Android. And so this is another thing that I really like to play around with. So yeah, you can use this through, basically right here, use Wi-Fi only if you want, but you can still use it with your internet. You can share things like videos, files, photos, and a whole lot more, even apps and stuff like that. So one more thing, well, not one more thing, but I wanted to show you another thing, which is called modes and routines. And this can actually be found in your drop-down menu, I believe. But if you don't see it in the drop-down menu, well, I see it right here. It's called modes. So just click modes right here. And once you see modes, it says sleep. So I have a mode where I can actually sleep. But if you want to actually tailor this feature, what you're going to do is you're going to go into modes and routines on your phone. And this is pretty cool because whatever you're doing, you can set up as a routine on your phone. And so basically it allows you to, let's see, click right here. So it says right here, let me just turn this off, not now and not now. So you have like sleep, theater, drive-in, exercise, relax, work, but you can add your own mode. And so it allows you to basically customize, notifications on certain apps. So let's say you're driving, you click drive-in, get ready for drive-in by opening apps, the Maps app, and limit distractions from apps and notifications. So that's pretty cool. It'll say Android Auto and Bluetooth. So hit next. So it'll automatically connect to Android Auto when you're in the car and Bluetooth. Hit next. And, right here, I'm going to hit cancel. So I have, hit next for Android Auto. Then it says do not disturb, so you can turn that off. It'll allow you to answer calls from certain callers, or just you can say no calls allowed and then hit done. But you limit your distractions whatever you're doing. So you can customize these different modes for certain scenarios like driving, sleeping. If you want to relax, you can turn off certain distracting apps. It'll tell you what place and time period. And so, yeah, this is all customizable for you so that you can actually stay focused throughout the day. All right, so another thing that's pretty cool is inside of battery, and I wanted to show you this because it's going to help you optimize your smartphone. So go into battery, and then we have adaptive protection, which I always turn on. I like it to be adaptive, but if you click right here, you could do basic, where basic is basically your battery is charged to 100%, charging will stop. Won't stop until the battery level drops down to 95%, and then charging will begin again. So adaptive, actually it says use maximum while asleep and switch to basic before you wake up. So sleep time is estimated based on your phone's usage patterns. So I like that one. And then you could also have it at maximum, where your battery charging will stop when it reaches 80%. So it'll help you save your battery life through the duration of its lifetime. So inside of your battery settings, what you want to do is go down here at the bottom, but let me show you something real quick. Go into your, I want to go back to yesterday's since last charge. So you can see the battery percentage. The battery is really good on this device. It gets you a lot throughout the entire day. Most of the time I was driving. So whenever I'm driving, I tend to charge my phones. But yeah, go into battery, go all the way down to the bottom and choose charging settings. And then right here it says show charging information. So you can see it does show 60% right up top. If you have that turned off, it's not going to show the information. So show battery level and estimated time until full charge. When you're charging the device, it's going to show that information. And then you also do want to activate your fast charging feature on here as well. Another thing that is cool on the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G is that you do actually have power savings mode right here, which will actually help you get through the day. And so you can customize this. Right now it's set so that the power savings battery life is estimated to be 20 hours and 29 minutes. So once you turn this on, it's going to limit CPU up to 70%, and it's going to decrease the brightness by 10%. And then you could also right here click limit apps on home screen. But yeah, power saving is pretty good if you want to actually get more out of the battery life. So yeah, I definitely recommend turning that on to actually save more battery if you're running low, like at 5%, and you want to last for like another hour or something like that. Another thing is device care, and this is going to help you get more memory. So right now I have 4 gigabytes of memory, but if I go down where it says device care, and I'm going to show you how to get that right now, just go right here, click this icon that says device care. You can actually optimize your phone's performance right here, which is really cool. And I have a shortcut on my home screen, so it allows me to do this on my home screen. So you can click the 3 dots right here, click settings, and then show device care on your apps on your screen, like in your app tray. So you'll have that now available in your app tray. And then the other thing I do is I go down, go back into device care, and I click memory. After I'm inside of memory, this is where I can actually clean out any reserved stuff. So this is going to clean out the memory on the phone, make it faster. So you definitely want to do this to make it faster because you're going to get more memory. But the other thing is down here, you actually have RAM Plus, which allows you to take 4 gigabytes of virtual memory from your storage inside of your phone and actually give you more virtual memory, so you can have more memory to work with, so that your phone can open up more apps at a single time and actually run a little bit quicker. And there is an auto optimization option on here. So if you're inside of device care, what you want to do is click auto optimization right here. And so this is pretty cool because it automatically restarts your phone when needed to keep it running smoothly. Another thing I like to use in here is app protection. So this helps you scan your phone just in case you have any malicious activity going on. It will find it, and you can actually click scan phone and find any threats that are actually jeopardizing your phone's security system. And so yeah, I would immediately uninstall those if you do have one that shows up as a threat on here. Another good tip that I like is if you're a type of person who uses your phone a lot and you don't want to miss a notification, sometimes having a light turn on while you're getting a notification is actually cool. So go into accessibility. And then what you want to do is go into advanced settings right here. And then you're going to turn on flash notifications so that whenever you get a notification, the flashlight on the back will actually turn on. So you can click camera flash notification, and then you could also turn screen flash notification, and it'll flash to whatever color you choose. So I guess I'll choose orange, and then hit done. And then the screen will actually flash that color, and so will the camera on the back of it, the flash on the back of it as well. Now, inside of accessibility, click that one more time and click advanced settings one more time, and then click time to action. So what this is like basically whenever you get a pop-up on your screen, like let's say you hit the volume rocker and then you see that volume thing right here, it goes away within like a second. So you can see 1, 2, 3, and now it's gone. You can actually change it to 10 seconds. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I just hit that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it's going to go away after 10 seconds. So if you want that to stay on your screen a little bit longer versus just like that 3 seconds. So it's just 3 seconds at default. 1, 2, 3, and then it's gone. Then you have the option to change it here. And that goes for notifications, messages, everything that pops up on your screen and stuff like that. One of the questions people ask me is, do the smartphones support hearing aid? Well, this one does. Go into accessibility and go into hearing enhancements. And so, yeah, this is going to have hearing aid support. So I think that's pretty cool. You could go ahead and turn that on, adjust your phone's audio so it works better with your hearing aids. And then you can tap Bluetooth hearing aids. And then you have the actual option right here to pair your hearing aids, if you do use those, to your smartphone, which is actually pretty cool. But another thing that certain people like to do when they're using their smartphone is reduce animations. So as you can see, whenever I go to a new screen, there's like a little animation that pops up. That's kind of cool. So it's like a transition that you'll see for a split second. But if you want to turn that off, go back into your accessibility. And then after you go into accessibility, go to visual enhancements. Click visual enhancements, and then you can go right here down at the bottom where it says reduce animations, so that whenever I click something, there's no animation. It just goes directly to whatever I'm trying to go to. So I think this is pretty cool because it shows up immediately and it just pops up. So however long the app takes to load is as fast as it will appear, but there's no you're not going to see any like special effects when you're touching, an app or whatever. It's just going to pop up and show the icon immediately without any extra, animations on top of it, which is kind of cool. Another thing that's important for a lot of people is, screenshots. So that it looks like Jericho Sims from the Knicks just got traded. I want to remember this day because even though he was a bench warmer, he still had a pretty good physical presence on the court. So you see I have that pop-up thing where I can swipe from the top corner. But if you swipe down and go through the scrolling options right here, you can actually hit the button that says take a screenshot right here. And now I have that screenshot captured. I could remember his name and his legacy in New York and kind of get that in my gallery so that I could put it in my favorites to remember this day and everything like that. Hit save, and I had that screenshot forever. So yeah, that's the first way to take a screenshot. The other way is to swipe across your screen with your palm like that, and it's going to take the screenshot. So that's the second way to take a screenshot. But the third way is to touch the down button on your volume and the power button at the same time. And then you can also take a screenshot in that fashion as well. And during the nighttime when I'm looking at my phone, it gets really bright when the lights are turned off. So what I like to do is go here inside of settings and click extra dim, and then make it go real low when it comes to the brightness, and it doesn't hurt my eyes. And if I want to go a little bit further, I can turn on eye comfort mode, and it turns the hue on the screen to a deep yellow. So it just doesn't burn my eyes. It takes away the blue light, which is going to be harmful to your eye sockets. Like when you're looking at stuff especially at nighttime, it also affects your sleep and everything like that. So yeah, I would actually turn those two features on, especially at nighttime, right before you go to bed and everything. All right, guys, so we have about 20 more features that I want to talk about. So if you're still here, just type down below in the comment section, I'm still here. So I know you're still rocking with me, okay? But yeah, the next feature that I want to jump into right now is the option right here where you can actually turn on caller ID. So go into your apps one more time. So go into settings, then click the option where it says apps inside of settings right here. So let's go all the way back. Click apps inside of the settings. So it's right here underneath device care. Click that. Then what you want to do is choose default apps right here. So right now I have caller ID and spam app set up to nothing, but I want to actually turn it to the phone app. And so yeah, that's going to actually designate it. So the apps that'll allow you to identify calls and block spam, robocalls, and unwanted numbers. That's going to actually be turned on now. Another thing is that if you want to change the launcher on your phone, you can go to default apps right here and choose home app. But first you have to download the launcher that you want. So let's say you just type launcher inside of the Play Store. Go to the Play Store and type launcher. And so basically, instead of using the home touch or whatever they have set up, you can download one of these launchers, which is going to turn your phone into like a completely different experience. Is actually going to be pretty cool. They actually have this Pixel one. So if you wanted your phone to be more like a Pixel, you could do that. But once you download the launcher, then you would go right here into settings and go to home app and then choose that app for the launcher. And then so your phone will replace the home screen by default. And so instead of using one UI, which is a little bit heavy when it comes to, like the size of it and how it's basic. There's a lot going on one UI. So if you want to make your phone a little bit faster, just download a launcher, and then you can set the launcher as your default home app, which is going to make it a little bit quicker. Now, another feature I like to use is called the side button. So if you go right here on your phone, go all the way back one more time, go to advanced features and go to side button. I actually have this side button set to my flashlight. If I double press it, so double click, but you have to do it fast. So 1, 2, and then you get your flashlight. But you can actually set that up to be any app you want, or you could just set it up to have it as the camera. But I have mine set up to the flashlight because it's the quickest way to actually open up the flashlight when I need to find something. Another thing that Samsung has in their software is the secure folder. So if you swipe down, you actually can go across and click secure folder right here. And it says, welcome to your secure folder. Maintain privacy. Keep sensitive data, content in a separate protected area on your phone. Enhance your productivity. Add a second instances of your apps so you can use them in different contexts. So right here, you can see I have all the permissions that you would have to access. You can easily add files here as well. It keeps your app secure, and keep in mind that the apps installed in secure film may be visible in some settings menus, and you can add files as well. So yeah, this is going to be pretty clutch. So you just basically this is your basically your designated space to keep your device secure. So yeah, I definitely recommend playing around with the secure folder. I'm actually going to turn on notifications because I'm not notifications. I'm actually going to turn back on my animations on this phone because I actually missed those. So let's go back to accessibility, and I'm going to turn that back on. Now, another thing I recommend doing is going to settings right here, and we're going to be able to customize the lock screen. When you click lock screen, type a lock screen, and then right here you're going to see widgets. So what you want to do is click on lock screen widgets, and so this is where we have the ability to add the weather now to the lock screen, also today's schedule, digital well-being, routines, smarter things, and voice recorder. So all of that is going to be on your home screen. Not sure the home screen, your lock screen. You could double tap, and then when you tap it again, it's going to pull up the lock screen. And so once you click this option right here, I think it's this one. Yeah, once you double tap that, now you can see you have your weather, you're now playing, your screen time, everything is on here on the lock screen. So you can actually play music directly from here, but that's when it's going to actually ask you for your Face ID or your password. So yeah, you can kind of play around with it. But as you can see, you do have the ability to get to your widgets right here directly from your lock screen, which is going to also be pretty solid. Now for security purposes, I would recommend going into settings and going into privacy and security now after you do that. So go back, go into security and privacy right here. And what you want to do is turn on auto blocker on here. So right here it says everything's looking good. But just in case, turn on auto blocker because it's going to keep your phone extra safe. And so with this turned on, auto blocker keeps your phone safe by blocking threats and suspicious activity. So that's going to be done automatically, whether it be, and it says advanced. So you have message app protection and USB cable protection to block updates from going into your phone unauthorized. So yeah, I think app auto blocker is going to be good when it comes to protecting you against malware and malicious activity. Now, another thing I like to do inside of security and settings is go into security and privacy. And right here, it's going to say biometrics. So one of the things I do is click that, and then I go into the option where it says face recognition. And then I'm going to go ahead and enter my PIN number because it's going to ask me to actually enter that in unless I don't have that one turned on. But this is added layers of security. So you have require eyes open. For added security, only recognize your face when your eyes are open. I would recommend turning that on. And then it also has alternate appearance to enhance face recognition. So usually I wear glasses. Right now I'm not wearing glasses. But it says right here, registering your face. So here comes my face inside the little screen. And if you have you could put one on with glasses, one without glasses, one with a hat. But that's actually going to make it so that the security is just going to be a little bit stronger. And so if you look different that day, maybe you have glasses and a hat on, it can still unlock using the Face ID. And then another thing I usually keep on is stay on lock screen until swipe. I usually turn that off so that when I go to look at my phone, it immediately opens up without me having to swipe. So it goes straight to the home screen without swiping, which is actually a little faster than when you do have to swipe. Now, if you're trying to do something when it comes to downtime, maybe when you're at work or you're waiting at an appointment or at the DMV or something, you want to kill some time, go into Gaming Hub. This is where you don't actually have to download games on your phone, but if you wanted to, you could. But they have all of these quick games that don't require you to download anything. It's just going to pop up. So this one is Brain-2. These are instant plays. So automatically, all you have to do is, click it. It's going to pop up on your screen. You have this little menu where you can expand it to the full screen. So now it looks like it's an app. And so you could try a different game by hitting the next button. But once it loads up, it's going to take you to the game. So it's an instant play game, basically. So it's telling me what to do right now. So I have to basically run through these obstacle courses without getting offed or undeaded. So you can see right here, this is kind of addicting. This is actually a really cool app right now. So, oops. Let me see. So the purpose of this one is to basically get across without dying. And you can actually bring a lot of people with you. Oh, I could have had it at 75. Damn. All right, so they got me right there. So these games are pretty cool. And if you want to kill time, that's the fastest way to do so. Another feature that I like having turned on is inside of display. So go all the way back on your phone, click display, and then what you want to do is turn on the motion smoothness to 90. This one has 90 hertz refresh rate, so it's moving really faster, you can see, than the standard one. So basically you get more information at one single time, and it's going to look way more cleaner. But just keep in mind, it will take up a little bit more battery on here. Now, one mode on the display that you saw me have turned on was edge panels, and you can turn this off or on, but it's this little shortcut on the side that allows you to customize it so you can get certain alerts and reminders, and you can get the weather. You could even customize pictures with different little shapes and animation GIFs or GIFs. And so you can add contacts there as well, contacts and your shortcuts. So this is my all-in-one hub for getting to my apps very quickly. And so, yeah, I definitely would recommend turning on edge panels because it's just going to make it a lot easier to navigate. And you can click this little icon here and add as many as you like. You could even go into the Play Store, the Galaxy Store, I'm sorry, and it'll allow you to download like calculator panels, control center panels. This one's actually pretty cool, but it's $1.99. So I'm going to pass on that one. But you have your calendar panel, a whole bunch of stuff here, but there are a lot of them that are free. So yeah, you got the little volume one, which is kind of cool. So yeah, kind of mess around with these and add the ones that you see fit. Oh, they got the sticky notes one. This is kind of crazy. So yeah, the sticky notes one. Yeah, just download the ones that you see fit. But yeah, I think that you should definitely play around with that one. All right, so we are down to the last 11 tips and tricks on this video. So if you made it to this part in the video, just type I'm a real one in the comment section and just type I'm still here, so I know you're still clicking with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people. But the next one I want to talk about is in display as well. It's the accidental touch one. So you can increase sensitivity right here. If you have a screen protector on your phone, you can avoid accidental touches when you're using your phone in your pocket or a bag. It's not gonna like do a false touch and call somebody or pocket dial. So yeah, that was a big problem early on when it came to smartphones, but features like that actually make it a little bit more convenient. There is another mode that will simplify your phone and make it a little bit more easier to work with if you don't like One UI and the complexity of it. So it's basically called easy mode. And if you click easy mode, it basically just shows you like the essential apps. So it'll say use simple mode layout with bigger on-screen items. And right here, a longer touch and hold delay to prevent accidental actions, and a high contrast keyboard for better readability. Any customizations you've made to the home screen will be disregarded. And so yeah, I think this is good for elderly people, or just people who just don't really care for the complexity of One UI. But yeah, this is gonna make it so that the icons are much bigger to read and everything's kind of like simplified and less complex. You can also adjust the screen panel on here when you go to screen mode. I have mine set to vivid, but you could also choose natural colors or go into advanced settings right here down at the bottom. And you can actually customize the colors to your own liking. And so once you find the one that you like, after the customizations are set, it'll basically be set up. But I like vivid and more poppy and punchy colors on my display. Now, in order to get some really cool dynamic lock screens and options for lock screens and wallpapers, go to Wallpaper and Style by long pressing the home button. After you long press the home button, go into the option here where it says change wallpapers. And then what you want to do is go down all the way to the bottom, and you're going to see something called dynamic lock screen. This will make it so that every time you unlock your phone, you get a new lock screen or wallpaper. And so you can customize these. So you want to download all of the ones that you like. You have desserts, you have food, cats, animals, life. But every single time that, and this is this says new images every 2 weeks from each category. So yeah, it's automatically going to update that. So whenever you lock your screen, you'll get a different image on your lock screen. So I definitely like that one, but Samsung goals right here for wallpapers is cool too, because this actually contributes to a cause. And so you can actually, while using these wallpapers, you can contribute to a cause. And so by using these wallpapers, you basically contribute to, you know, world hunger or, you know, cancer research or something like that. So yeah, I would actually play around with this one. It shows you like what your effect or what you're actually helping out with every time you click it. And so yeah, I would recommend kind of messing around with this section as well, so that you can you know, cure world hunger, poverty, equality, gender equality, clean water and sanitation. You could just kind of mess around with the ones that you see is the most important to the world for you. But yeah, I would say definitely learn about how you can help other people. And then obviously you're going to get donation leaderboards here. So it will recognize you for contributing to the world and making a difference in it. Another thing I like to do is go into the phone app, and then I like to go into settings inside the phone app and turn on caller ID and spam protection. This is where you can also block numbers from immediate threats or people that are just, you know, doing the robocalls. You can also turn on caller ID information and get extra details and make the picture larger. You could also customize it. You can get Wi-Fi calling from here too. But yeah, play around with the settings inside of the phone settings here. Now, if you go into your gallery app and then you just go into the settings option here and you click right here where it says edit. Well, my bad. Go back to the main screen first. So yeah, go here. And once you're inside of here, you can see right here, there's an icon down at the bottom, which looks like 3 lines. So you basically want to click that. And then I would actually turn on full screen scrolling, because this is going to give you the option to view all your pictures with the full display. So yeah, I would definitely turn that on as well. But if you did click the 3 dots at the top, it gives you the ability to create a collage and also a GIF. So you could do that with your pictures or whatever you're trying to do. But I think this is going to be pretty useful when it comes to creating collages for social media or making different templates using a couple of photos. So yeah, I have a couple pictures of me working out. Let's go ahead and create a collage with those 3 pictures. So it'll kind of give me the option to choose the different collages on here and kind of, you know, mess around with the panels so that I can actually show my workout journey or whatever. And then I'll just hit save. And then now I have a collage of my last 3 workouts, because every time I go to the gym, I take a picture so I could remind myself that, you know, I'm hitting some of the goals that I'm trying to reach or whatever. Now, while you're in the camera, do me a favor, go into your option right here where it says filters at the top right corner. And if you hit the plus sign right here, it gives you the option to actually customize your experience when it comes to using your phone's camera. It'll give you different effects, filters, and even some by Samsung, so that when you take photography, you can really edit and fine tune the images. So yeah, I would recommend downloading some of these filter apps to customize your photography and images if that's something that you like to play around with after you take a photo. But the last tip that I wanted to show you guys is inside of the camera under video, and I would recommend going and hitting the gear icon and then turning on video stabilization, because when you're recording, the video is not going to be shaky and it's going to be usable, and it just makes it a lot better when it comes to viewing it after. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these. It almost felt like 70 tips and tricks here. So I do apologize. If you're still here, just type down below. I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people. And I'll hit you back. I'll check you guys later. Namaste.